Not all lessons are for all people at all times, or not all coaching. We can see this in the 5 levels distinction, right? People are at different levels of awareness or consciousness, or oriented towards different things, or focused on different goals. So if you give someone something, it may not be useful for where they're at. It's also about distinguishing and being grounded and clear on what things you ought to be heard and not. There's a saying, there's some things that are so stupid that only a PhD can believe them. And often, for example, a friend of mine sent me a book about Jesus. It said The Lost Years of Jesus Christ. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. Oh, it's got a PhD on the cover, talking about how the research is very well done. Then I looked up that researcher, or that PhD, and found out that PhD is not a credible, qualified authority in archaeology, history, or theology. They're just over in another field and they happen to read the book and like it. So that was a deception. That was an instance of someone, their lesson or their expertise not being for all people at all times. And one of my friends earlier today, or yesterday, he said, oh yeah, there were 20 books of the Bible and they were taken out, and one of them promises, reincarnation. And you gotta do your research outside the Bible. And so I just asked ChatGPT, I was like, is what he's saying true and verifiable? And it said, no, not a single word. And I looked and I was like, yeah, this makes sense that no, none of this is by any single word true or valuable. And so think for yourself. Is one of the lessons of not all coaching is for all people at all times. Like if I were to give you the lesson of go give your life to God, you might not have yourself yet. That might be stupid to tell you to give yourself to God. You may not believe in God. You might not have had an experience of God. That's level 3, enough to merit belief that there's something to give yourself to. You might not have the strength in you at level 2 to believe that you can do what God commissions you to do. So we ain't even going to talk about level 4, right? So level 1, disoriented, level 2, goal-oriented, level 3, journey-oriented, level 4, value-oriented, level 5, soul-oriented, right? In case you don't have that distinction at your fingertips from having either been in this program or been around this work, Earth Waking. And so one of my clients, I'm helping him do better in dating and relating. And he had this massive celebration. And I'm not going to shit on his parade because it may mean that he's building a stronger ego that'll make it more difficult for him to get to God. Because, he's not there yet. He's at level 2. He's wanting level 3. So I'll give him what he needs to grow in his capacity to believe in what's next for him. This is a distinction whose name I've forgotten.